And real quick, sorry about that. Shoot. Okay. Hey everyone, for those of you just joining on YouTube, I'm Alyssa Ash with some breaking news for you tonight of a Missouri tour boat, a duck boat that has actually just capsized with 8 dead right now, and a lot are missing as well. There were over 20 people on that boat, and so I am going to show you some live updates throughout the night and a feed that we have right now from KCCI. So you can see just right here where the boat has capsized. Now this is unfortunately a still feed, so we can't see much movement or anything going on, but you can just see some cars that have come out to the scene and just a lot of destruction there. Now, this happened around 7 p.m. on Table Rock Lake as severe thunderstorms rolled through the area, and there was lots of winds as well, but we are just now getting reports of this. And so many have been taken to the hospital as well, and investigators said the boat actually ended up sinking in the lake, and it remains in the water, and divers are on the scene right now. And so I am going to keep you guys updated just as I find out information.
Is this where you want me to be? Okay. What's that?
For those of you just joining us on Facebook, welcome. I'm Alyssa Ash, and we have some hard news, some breaking news tonight of a tour boat in Missouri that has recently capsized. Now, 8 are dead, and there were over 30 people on this boat, and some are missing as well. So officials and divers are currently looking for people in the water, and this is on Table Rock Lake. So stay tuned. I see some of you joining. Linda Hannick, just stay tuned as we have updates throughout the night. And please, of course, keep these people in your thoughts and prayers. This is definitely extremely heartbreaking. And I am going to keep you guys updated as I receive some information. And you can see we have this feed right now from KCCI. There's some noise you can hear. You know, just people on the scene, and you can see the boat capsize right there. So there were dozens on board, over 30 people, and this was near Branson, Missouri. Like I said, so far there are 8 fatalities reported. And now, Ride the Ducks, that's the name of the boat. It's an amphibious vehicle that takes tourists through the area, both on the water and on land. And agencies are on the scene of this incident at Table Rock Lake.
Hands ready. There's somebody talking right now. Rescue. Go ahead. Turn volume up. Is it playing?
Mhm.
the initial damage assessment? City Hall, hospital, major industry?
Lennox.
Lennox, I think, is damaged. I heard. I don't know what their damage estimate is. The police department has a little bit of damage, but I think we could still get back in there. City Hall, I think, is missing some of its roof. The Coliseum, it's kind of an event center by City Hall, is missing their roof. And I think the hospital has some debris on their building that's causing them some issues with their heating and cooling system.
Do you have any concern about some of the buildings further falling?
That's a good question, but I don't doubt it a bit. Some of these buildings in the uptown area are quite old, and they've been compromised, so the risk of them falling in further would be a risk, yes.
Does it seem like some of the older buildings, the older brick buildings, just have the bricks just sitting there on top?
Yeah, I don't know about that. I've only saw the two that were damaged pretty bad uptown because I can't get anywhere else at this point. So I can't really speak to that.
Never seen anything like this before?
Absolutely not. I've lived in this town for 25 plus years and I've never seen anything like this before.
Were you around that night?
I was not at the police department. I had just left about 30 minutes prior, but I had my police radio with me and I could hear it. But there were officers and civilian staff in the building when it was going off, so yeah.
What other counties and agencies are helping you out?
I couldn't even tell all of them. I've seen all kinds of agencies helping us out. We got state patrols here, and I've seen an Iowa Falls car, Marshall County Sheriff's Office, and there's firefighters and EMS from everywhere. I mean, it's amazing the response that they come here.
To shut that off so you're not hearing double audio. Anyways, just that multiple people have been killed. The number is 8 right now after this tourist boat capsized at Table Rock Lake in southern Missouri. So multiple agencies, including divers, are on scene on what they're calling a mass casualty accident. And officials have not released how many people have died. They hadn't at the time, but now it has been released that it is 8. And so I'm going to switch over to Twitter as well, just to keep giving you guys more live updates. And here is a picture just of that lake, Table Rock Lake. Nothing too specific about the boat, though, in this. And so this is from the AP. A sheriff in Missouri says a tourist boat has apparently capsized on a lake, leaving 8 people dead and several others hospitalized. The Springfield News Leader reports that a Stone County Sheriff, Doug Rader, says the accident occurred Thursday night after a Ride the Ducks boat reportedly sank on Table Rock Lake with more than 30 people on board. Rader says an off-duty sheriff's deputy working security helped rescue people. He says recovery efforts are ongoing, with some passengers still unaccounted for, some that are still missing, and a dive team is assisting. And it is said that the weather is responsible for causing this boat to capsize, some strong winds and some strong waves as well. And so as you guys are watching, of course, if you see any updates on this incident that I have not reported yet, please comment them right here on Twitter, or you can message me comment them right here on any of the platforms, because we're streaming to all the platforms, but right here on the YouTube chat, I have that pulled up right now, so I will see that. And of course, you can also send them to my Twitter at AlyssaRSBN. And I am going to just keep getting updates for you guys and information. And there are some pictures that I can show you as well. And I'm going to show you guys some videos as I'm pulling them up, but of course, viewer discretion as advised, because we don't know what's going to be shown, so make sure your young ones are not watching.
Are confined. I think we're pretty close to being done. What we ended up doing is shutting off gas to about 5,000 customers.
Start your day with Fox 9 Morning News.
That is a
Catch Kelly and
larger area
Dawn
than
from
when we
4:30 to
hit by the
6.
tornado.
Alex and Tom from
And the
6 to
reason for
7.
that is just
And
in the
Kim all
abundance
morning
of
long
caution,
with weather on the
just shut the
9s.
system off
Fox
in that large
9
of an
Morning
area,
News.
so we can then go in and start making
all
repairs.
morning.
And how long, I'm sure there's probably not a time frame yet, but until people get power back.
You know, it's gonna be a while. We've got two things we're working through right now. First, we got to fix our system, but then also for a lot of customers, they've got to fix their house, and it won't matter if the power grid is up if they're not ready to take power.
Thank you so much.
We've got about 10,000 electric customers out right now. You know, we expect that it.
So there wasn't too much there, but as I find more, I will definitely keep you guys updated. And yes, Lyticus, I see your comment. So it was a rogue wave and weather. That is what is being said right now. And we will keep you guys updated, of course, with more information. And like I said, there are 8 casualties right now, 8 fatalities, and there were, okay, I see your comment, Donna Log, 7 hospitalized, some still missing, and divers are working. For those of you that just got here and that have not been tuned in with us for very long, a Missouri tour boat has capsized. Ride the Ducks. Multiple are dead. 8 are reported to have died right now, and it's a developing story. Over 30 people were on that boat, and many are still missing. So your thoughts and prayers are definitely appreciated during this hard time. And this is around Branson, Missouri. And so I'm just going to keep checking Twitter for more of these updates on the latest. And you can see another picture here. This is just that river. They say it's a river, but it is a lake where it happened. Table Rock Lake. And another article from ABC News 4 that 8 people are dead after a Missouri tourist boat accident, more than 30 on board. And like I said, a dive team is currently assisting, and it is said that the weather is believed to cause the boat to capsize. So 8 people have lost their lives, like I said, and so please keep all of those people in your thoughts and prayers, the families of those who have passed away. It is definitely a heartbreaking incident. And I see your comment here, Neptune, Mercy, Saturn. I thought duck boats were banned to enter water. The duck boats here in Stone Mountain don't enter the lake. And like I said, if you have any questions or more information you would like to share with us, please send them to me on Twitter to @AlyssaRSBN. And I'm going to check that feed again for you guys just to see if there is anything new. And this is actually a quote from the PIO. He said, crews from multiple agencies. And I apologize, that is going in and out, but this is from NVC4I. I can actually just show you guys that video real quick, and that quote should come back up.
Marshall County Courthouse.
Behind it.
The cupola that was on top of it has toppled over, and that's not the only historic building that has
And this is the
suffered
one
some
I
damage.
showed you
The Orpheum
previously,
Theater,
where you
a landmark
can
here in
just see the
Marshalltown.
lake,
Box office
and
has
it
crumbled.
doesn't show the boat,
The
but it
Tallhorn
does
Hotel
show
lost
some
its
of
lettering,
the
and there were
personnel
3 homes,
up the
as
end
you
of
can
the
see,
emergency
that was
personnel
completely
that have
leveled.
arrived at the
But
scene.
back here we do have an important update for all
And
of you
this is
from
at
the Red
Table
Cross. And I'm
Rock
gonna be
Lake,
referencing
for
my notes
those
to
of
make
you
sure I've got it all
asking,
correct.
in
But
Branson,
there will be a
Missouri.
shelter located for anybody that has been displaced. We've been told there are a number of people displaced here in Marshalltown. At the Meskwaki Conference Center at the Casino and Hotel located on 305th Street in
Ride the
Tama,
Ducks
Iowa.
is a
The shelter
tour
is open to all that
using
have
an
been
amphibious
displaced.
vehicle that
And
takes
those who are
tourists
staying
through
here
the
at
area,
Marshalltown Fire
both on
Department will be
land
bussed
and
over
in
there.
the
And I
water.
know we were showing you visuals of the Lennox plant earlier.
And yes, I
We have
see
Hannah Hilliard
your
with us
comment.
now, who was
Point of
following that on the
one
other
of
side
our
town today.
fantastic
Hannah,
moderators,
tell us
she
about
said
that
such a
damage.
Yeah, Lauren,
tragedy.
we're
People
about
just enjoying their
southwest
day
of
on
where
the
Lennox
water.
Industries is.
It is definitely heartbreaking. And I'm going to keep checking Twitter for some more live updates. It looks like a statement from the Stone County Sheriff. Like I said, reports that 8 have lost their lives and 7 are injured. And I'm going to pull that up for you guys. It's a statement.
I believe it was caused by the weather, yes.
Was the boat doing anything out of the ordinary to your knowledge that would make you more vulnerable to sudden wind?
Not that I know of.
Do you know what time the boat left the dock? Because of the weather?
I believe it was caused by the weather, yes.
Was the boat doing anything out of the ordinary to your knowledge that would make you more vulnerable to sudden wind?
Not that I know of.
Do you know what time the boat left the dock?
I do not.
And the boat turned over and sank, is that what happened?
That is correct. It capsized and sank.
Do you know if all the fatalities and injuries are believed to be because of drowning?
Yes. I believe so, yes.
I just wasn't sure if somebody like fell off the boat or hit their head or something like that.
Were you able to rescue anybody without any injuries?
There was actually a Stone County Sheriff's deputy on the boat. He was in the water rescuing people. There was also some of the staff from Branson Bell, I believe, and trying to help the rescue.
Sure, could you kind of just recap again? We just went live and let us know again what you just said briefly.
At this time, we have 8 confirmed fatalities. 7 have been transported by TCAD. And that's pretty much where we're at right now.
You said that the dive teams are Taney County dive team.
The Western Taney County dive team's in the water right now. The Missouri Highway Patrol. The duck is, yes.
You say in the water, is it sunk or is it?
It's sunk.
Okay. How deep's the water around here?
I don't know for sure how deep it is where the duck is at.
But the confirmed fatalities were from drowning?
I believe so, yes.
Any idea how old the boat was?
I do not.
How big of an area are you guys searching at this point?
That's up to the dive team, and like I said, when the Highway Patrol dive team gets here, that'll all be up to them.
You said deputy was on the boat. Was he there for recreation, or was he part of the?
We produce off-duty security on the Branson Bell.
Given you don't know how many people you're looking for necessarily, how challenging is that for dive teams?
It's going to be a challenging night and tomorrow.
Are you in contact with the company that owns the duck?
Yes.
Have they given any response to you so far? Or?
We were working on them, trying to coordinate. Like I said, any family member, please go to the Branson City Hall. If you're missing a family member or if you was on the duck, please go to the Branson City Hall.
Can you confirm, Sheriff, if any of the fatalities were children?
I'm not going to say at this time.
Is this still considered a rescue mission, explosive recovery?
Rescue and recovery, yes. Any other questions?
At this time. Thank you, Sheriff.
Okay, thank you.
So you can see the chief's comments there. Just a very heartbreaking situation, and he did not want to say if there were children on board or not. So that, you know, alludes to the fact that there probably were children on board. So definitely a very heartbreaking situation. And of course, we will keep you updated throughout the night as we are getting updates. And I apologize if there's some weird background noise. Let me get that off for you guys. And yes, I see your comment, Lycidas. How can a company run a boat tour without having all occupants wear life jackets? Is that even legal? Definitely should not be. And I hope you heard that statement. And we will also be giving you other updates throughout the night as we receive them. So please stay tuned. And switching over right here, you can see just some of these emergency vehicles on the scene where the tourist boat sank this evening. So some new information. It says that the winds exceeded 60 miles per hour. And Sheriff Doug Rader of Stone County, who I believe you just saw, said that the duck boat sank to the bottom of the lake and that 7 passengers were taken to a hospital. Divers were still searching for missing passengers, and the sheriff said that that would continue overnight. And a sheriff's deputy was among those on the boat when it capsized and was assisting in the rescue, he said. And also, like I said, if you have any more information on this incident that I have not yet mentioned, please send it to me on Twitter. You can direct message me at AlyssaRSBN. I'll show you guys that handle real quick. At AlyssaRSBN, if you have any more information on this incident. I see a lot of your thoughts and prayers are going out to these families right now, just commenting that it's heartbreaking and awful, and it's definitely true. Camilo plays, how many are confirmed to be dead? You just asked. That number is 8 right now, and it will hopefully not increase, but we'll keep you updated throughout the night. 8 have unfortunately passed away and lost their lives, and 7 are in the hospital right now, and many others are missing as well. And so we'll keep you guys updated. I'm going to switch back over here and check Twitter again for more updates. And you can see Chris Cato here from Fox 13 saying high winds believed to have caused the boat to capsize, awful situation. And just linking that AP article that I have already shared with you guys. And according to KATV News, it actually says winds of 63 miles per hour were recorded in the area at the time of the accident. And this is definitely a heartbreaking situation, something I'm sure no one expected to happen tonight. Okay, and this is a new video from BuzzFeed. You can see the wind-driven waves as the storm rolled through Table Rock. And you can just see the severity of the waves right here. Definitely heartbreaking. And I will, continue sharing information with you guys as I get updates. And this is just another picture of that lake. This ABC 13 article confirming that the passengers did include some children. And the Stone County Sheriff's Office told KYTV that a line of severe storms just blew through the area of Table Rock Lake during the evening when the accident happened. And this article says that 4 passengers were already taken to the hospital, but that number has definitely increased now. 7 are in the hospital and 8 have unfortunately lost their lives. And of course, divers were called to the scene to search for the missing passengers. And I see your comment, Zoom, who said, gee whiz, there are 60-mile-per-hour winds. Let's go out in a low-floating duckway out there without life jackets. What say you? Definitely those individuals should have been wearing life jackets. Nothing has been reported about whether they were or not right now, but we are assuming they were not wearing life jackets. And it is definitely heartbreaking. We will keep you guys updated throughout the night. Thank you so much on Facebook. Pamela Kenny Ecke sending prayers from Georgia. We really appreciate you. And D. Fisher Browder, just for your kind comments. And we are keeping you guys updated as information comes in. I apologize that right now there is no new information, but I can show you guys this report from ABC 13. And also, viewer discretion is advised. If you have young ones, it may be better that they do not watch this.
Tom Cook, only on 13 Eyewitness News this morning.
So no new information there, but of course you can see that a search is still underway for those who are missing. And I'm pulling up another picture of the scene I can share with you guys. I apologize, it is taking a second. You can just see that picture of the scene there of the emergency personnel responding. Now, a witness, Mandy Rogers, she said that the boat is a tourist attraction, of course, in the area, and that 30 people were reportedly on board at the time of the incident. She also said the area experienced bad weather and a storm was coming through the area rapidly. And in case you're not familiar, Branson, Missouri is located in southern Missouri, about 172.7 miles north of Little Rock, Arkansas. And I am going to keep checking Twitter for more updates as well. Okay, so here is actually a screenshot of the radar in Branson, Missouri, and you can see just really heavy storms around the area. This is a higher number than I've seen in any other source so far. 75-mile-per-hour T-storm winds on Table Rock Lake on 7 p.m. Thursday. And as of 10 p.m., the foundered boat is still in the water.
See if we can find a website for the actual duck boat tour company and see if we can find any information about them.
It is called the Riding Duck Boat, right? In Branson, Missouri. I think this is it. Ride the Ducks, Branson. Yeah, they're all saying when I turn, they can't hear the mic. Maybe it's just quiet.
Maybe we have the... Your gain's all the way up now.
Okay.
That should work.
Hopefully that'll help. Okay, so this is the official website, Ride the Ducks Branson, and we are looking to see if they've published anything yet or if they will on their Facebook page. So they say that they take people on a 70-minute Ozark adventure. And I'm adjusting this a little bit so you guys can have a better picture. Okay, it says ride through the scenic Ozarks on our amphibian duck that goes right from land into the river. Climb to the top of the mountain, discover the history behind some of America's unique military vehicles, then cruise Table Rock Lake. And just some different descriptions. And I'll show you guys
when you come to Branson,
their video.
What's the first thing you do?
Come on and quack. Come on and ride. Everybody climb inside. See the sights. See the town. a truck around. Coming round the ducks every time you come to town.
So you could see a little description promotional for Ride the Ducks there. And I saw your comment. What lake did this happen at? It was at Table Rock Lake. And yes, we will definitely keep you guys updated as we get more information. And so we're getting the latest updates on Twitter, actually. And like I said, if you have any information or, you know, like right here on YouTube, Andy C. said, I was in a duck accident in the Wisconsin Dells 15 years ago. They are very dangerous. Thank you for sharing that, Andy. If you have any other experiences on duck boats, please share them right here on YouTube. You can comment, and you can also message them to me on Twitter. And it looks like I just received one from Melissa on Twitter. She said, I live in the same area and we all knew scattered storms were going to happen. Thank you so much, Melissa. And sent me a video as well that I'm going to check out real quick. Before I show you guys. It is zoomed in a lot, so I'm backing out a little bit. But I'll show you guys what I have right now, just so you can.
Excellent. Oh my gosh. Is he overheating? Is that just wow? What did it belong with that? Oh, I think it's the water. Oh, poor people. Oh my gosh. Will be okay. Poor guys. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh no. Oh yeah. Oh no. Oh my gosh. Is he overheating?
So you can just carefully see the action. It's kind of blurry, but you can actually see the boat going into the water. Thank you so much.
Why? Oh no. Yeah, look at that. They should have never came out here with them things. No. They're gonna run out of gas after doing this. Hey, that duck, I don't think he's gonna make it back. Both of them.
So definitely heartbreaking, but thank you so much for sharing that, Melissa, just so we could get a clearer picture. Well, excuse me, blurry, but you know, a picture of what happened. But just thank you for sharing that. I really appreciate it. And looks like I got a couple more messages on Twitter, some tips that I'm going to share with you guys. Nate Skate shared that it looks like the duck boat has had some previous incidents as well. And as you can see, this is the duck boat before the incident, and the sheriff has confirmed that there are multiple fatalities. But here are just pictures from the company's website, and as you can see, it can go on land and in the water, which many think is cool, but tonight it is very dangerous. And so you can just see more images of the duck boat. And yes, Guinevere, one of our moderators, I see your comment. I don't see life vests on them in the pictures. Definitely not. They should have been wearing them.
Let's see, go and check the Facebook Live map. Type that. If there are people that are there on the scene, you can legally use their Facebook Live video since they've made it public.
Okay.
You should be able to see Branson on the map and zoom in and be able to see if anybody's live about it from there. That's one of the things we used to do.
Okay. And I'm searching right now just to get some clearer images for you guys. Do it over here so they can see it. I'm over here now.
Just type in Facebook Live map on Google and it'll take you right to it. There it is. Okay. Live map. All on the left, there you go. Zoom into Missouri. Where Branson is. What that dot is.
Shit that you'll see that.
I guess nobody.
Sorry about that. We were seeing if there was anything on the Facebook Live map from Branson, Missouri, but it's not looking like it right now. But we will definitely keep you posted. And I'm going to keep checking Twitter for updates as well. It took a while for the mainstream media and different news stations to get to it, but you can see now it's posted on CNN and Reuters and different stations. Here's a new picture of the scene at night that I haven't showed you guys yet. You can just see that authorities are on the scene right now and divers are looking for those that are missing. And here's another picture, kind of a side view through some trees, a little darker, but you can see Table Rock Lake right before them. Stephanie Brown asked how many passengers they had altogether before capsizing. It was over 30. Some sources have said 30 and some have said 31, so anywhere around there. And here's a new picture of the scene. You can see authorities just coming out to the scene. And Stephanie, I see your comment. 26 are not still missing. So 7 have been hospitalized. So that means as of now, it's likely that 15 are still missing. 15 or 16. And this is actually a tweet from Southern Stone Fire, who said, boat dock emergency, Branson Bell Dock reported 20 plus occupants, full response from multiple agencies responding. And you can see this picture again, kind of from that video I showed you before, just of crews and different individuals reporting to the scene. And then Nellie Carino from Nellie Carino TV, she reported severe line of thunderstorms rolled through that area around 7 p.m. Horrible information coming out of Table Rock Lake. Prayers to all involved. And then Rob Edwards said KYTV reports 31 people on board duck boat that capsized at Table Rock Lake. There are deaths, and some of the 31 include children. At the time, 4 were taken to the hospital, and divers are on the scene searching for the victims. And right here you can just see some of the blinking lights and that continued police presence at Table Rock Lake, continued police and fire presence. And yes, I see your comment on Facebook. Maureen O'Neill, DeFelice, is this a mobile ride that goes into the water? Yes, it does both. It's said to be ambiguous. Goes on land and in the water. But apparently duck boats are very dangerous, and Daniel Reichert is saying they were designed in the 40s. And yes, Maureen O'Neill, DeFelice, I see your comment. Was it the weather? It is believed to be the weather. There are just T-storm winds that have been over 75 miles per hour, which cause strong waves as well. And Beverly Brown Dickerson, the victims have not been identified yet, but we will keep you updated. And I'm going to keep checking Twitter and other sources just to keep you guys updated. Here's a new picture. Lots of reporters and different people around the scene tweeting pictures. And it's from Nathan Papes, and it says, a boat searchlights illuminate the water on Table Rock Lake. So you can see just that reflection of the searchlight on the water there as they are searching for those missing. And like I said, if you guys have any information that I have not reported yet, please share it with me on Twitter at AlyssaRSBN. That's my Twitter handle, and I would love to share it with all of you. And pulling up a new picture. This is from AL.com. Kind of similar to ones I showed you before, but you can see just the emergency responders working at the scene after this deadly accident. And I shared this with you guys before, but in case you are just now tuning in, this is from the AP. A tourist boat apparently capsized on a lake Thursday night in Missouri, leaving at least 8 people dead and several others hospitalized. The Springfield News Leader reported that Stone County Sheriff Doug Rader said a Ride the Ducks tourist boat reportedly sank on Table Rock Lake with more than 30 people on board. He said weather was believed to have caused the boat to capsize. High winds had hit the area according to weather reports. He said an off-duty sheriff's deputy working security helped rescue people, and that recovery efforts were still ongoing with some passengers still accounted for. A dive team was assisting. National Weather Service meteorologist Steve Linderberg said a top wind speed of 63 miles per hour was measured around 7 p.m. Thursday at Branson Airport. The winds were likely stronger over the lake, Lindbergh said. Just like that radar I showed you guys, it was at 75 miles per hour. And then he said there's nothing to slow winds down in an open area. And just got more information from Nate Skate, one of our loyal viewers. Thank you so much. From Philly.com, duck boats have a history of fatalities. And I'll share this with you guys. It is from Philly.com, written by Linda Lloyd. And as you can see here, it says duck boats have had a string of bad luck and fatal accidents, and not just in Philadelphia, where Ride the Ducks International ceased operations Wednesday. In Seattle, a duck boat collided with a charter bus on Seattle's Aurora Bridge in September 2015, killing 5 people and injuring many others. In Boston, a 28-year-old woman was killed in April by a Boston Duck Tours vehicle while riding her scooter in Beacon Hill. Ride the Ducks down Philadelphia operations indefinitely this week, citing soaring insurance costs. In a statement on their website, and this was Philadelphia because, as you know, it's obviously still going on in Branson, Missouri. The company said, due to circumstances outside of our control, including a 330% increase in our insurance premiums, continued operations in Philadelphia are not financially feasible. Ride the Ducks International, which is based in Branson, Missouri, did not return phone calls Thursday about whether operations in other cities would also be shuttered, and this article is actually back from October 2016. And so, as you can tell, operations are still ongoing. And Temple University insurance professor R.B. Drennan said, let's assume that we're only talking about the operations in Philadelphia. I suspect the liability insurance is what's driving this. Ride the Ducks Philadelphia has had huge wrongful death losses. 3 people killed since 2010, said Drennan, who chairs the Risk Insurance and Healthcare Management Department at Temple's Fox School of Business. And he said, if I'm an insurer and this is one of my customers, do I really want to insure this enterprise? The answer is probably no. The insurer's way of telling them, hey, we don't want you as a customer anymore, is to raise their insurance premium 330%. Back in May 2015, a duck boat struck and killed a Texas woman who was crossing the street at 11th and Arch streets in Philadelphia's Chinatown. And in July 2010, 2 Hungarian students were killed when a tugboat struck a duck boat on the Delaware River. As the tug operator, who was talking on his cell phone at the time, was sentenced to a year and a day in federal prison, the duck boats did not operate in Philadelphia for 8 months. And Robert J. Mongolese, whose firm won $17 million for the families of the tourists killed and passengers in the 2010 incident, said that duck boats are dangerous on the land and in water, and that it's good news that they're gone, or at least that they were in Philadelphia. Now, Philadelphia's fleet of 20 to 25 duck boats have been involved in 3 fatalities in 5 years. He said if you compare those rates to the number of fatalities per mile driven in a passenger car, you're talking about the rates of fatalities literally thousands of times higher. And he said if there's any question about why their insurance rates have increased, it's because they continue to kill people. This history of death goes back decades, starting with Miss Majestic in Arkansas, where 13 were drowned in 1999. And the design of the water to land vehicles is flawed. They're death traps, and the insurance rates accurately capture the danger. The duck boats on land are wider than a city traffic lane. They have built-in blind spots because a bow in front extends 6 to 8 feet, blocking the view of pedestrians, he said. Chris Davis, who's a Seattle attorney representing 2 passengers in a fatal duck boat accident on the Aurora Bridge last year, said the amphibious vehicles are less safe than typical commercial vehicles and come with challenges, especially when driving in city streets. And they ride up high on the ground, so there's a visibility issue. It can be very difficult to see people when you're that high off the ground. Approaching an intersection, they also take up an enormous amount of space at the end. And I see you, some of you commenting right here. Let's see, George Iron, that there's a press conference at the scene. So I'm going to check my feeds over here and see if I can get that for you guys.
I'm looking for it right now. It might be on Uplink 3. No, it's not.
It's not. Yes, George Iron, if you can send that link to me on Twitter, or if you could send the links in the 24-hour chat, that would be great. My Twitter is at AlyssaRSBN. Thank you for commenting that, Guinevere.
Search Twitter for live press conference.
No.
Wait a minute, I see it. That was an hour ago, though.
Where is it? Can you,
It was an hour ago. This is from TPF News Desk. That was the video you already showed.
Okay.
To start. I don't. Let's see.
So I'm looking for new information. It doesn't look like there's a new press conference right now, but I'm going to show you guys real quick. We just got this. It's a little pixelated, but it is another radar, just so you can see the strong weather coming into Missouri, as there was a thunderstorm warning about 38 minutes before the accident. And you can see this map right here. Here is the lake where the accident occurred, and that is Table Rock Lake in Branson, Missouri. This article actually says that the Stone County Sheriff, who I already showed you, reports that 10 are dead and 7 are injured after the Ride the Duck boat capsized on Table Rock Lake. So he confirmed 10 fatalities in this capsizing. Now, emergency crews did respond to this incident shortly after 7 p.m. after a severe line of thunderstorms rolled through the area. Sorry, it's a little cut off here. I'm trying to fix it for you guys. So the sheriff reports the boat had 31 people on board, and he told KY3 News 7 suffered injuries from the crash and 2 suffered critical injuries in the tragedy, and that some of the 31 on board did include children. Divers are currently on the scene looking for more possible victims, and he does not know how many on the boat are missing, and he is asking for the families of a missing person to go to Branson City Hall. It remains a rescue and recovery mission. And crews have actually set up a staging area near the showboat Branson Belle. But we can't confirm that the incident has anything to do with the Belle, and firefighters are asking those in the area to stay away from State Park Marina, the Branson Belle, Boat Dock Road, Highway 176 in the block of 7600 Cougar Trail Road and Orchard Lane. Here are just some more pictures below. Some I've showed you of just authorities responding to the scene. And I want to show you guys again that statement from Sheriff Doug Rader. In case you are just joining the broadcast, welcome. We are very glad to have you.
All right, we want to go to Caitlin Sinnett. She's at the staging site, which is at near the Branson Belle there. The Branson Belle dock is where this duck boat went under the water with.
Cuts time, our update. We have 8 confirmed fatalities. TCAD has transported
5 minutes.
Are you doing okay, or you want? I mean,
yeah.
If the news starts, if it stops coming in, then there's nothing you can do. I mean,
yeah.
But
yeah, I'm good right now.
Okay. This is why I told you that I needed to be here during the first little while, because this is a whole different experience.
I know.
The live stuff is.
So that's kind of where we're at right now. Also, I need to get it out that any family member or anybody that was on the duck that is missing family members or has questions, please go to Branson City Hall in Branson. They're opening up Branson City Hall, and any family members or anybody that's maybe missing a family member, please go to Branson City Hall.
Sheriff, how many people do you believe are still working on at this time?
We do not know exactly.
And the people that were taken to the hospital, what are their injuries like at this time?
I do not know.
Can you confirm the boat capsized because of the weather?
I believe it was caused by the weather, yes.
Was the boat doing anything out of the ordinary to your knowledge that would make you vulnerable to sudden wind?
Not that I know of.
Do you know what time the boat left the dock?
I do not.
And the boat turned over and sank, is that what happened?
That is correct. It capsized and sank.
Do you know if all the fatalities and injuries are believed to be because of drowning?
Yes. I believe so, yes.
I just wasn't sure if somebody fell off the boat or hit their head or something like that.
Were you able to rescue anybody without any injuries?
There was actually a Stone County Sheriff's deputy on the boat. He was in the water rescuing people. There was also some of the staff from Branson Belle, I believe. and trying to help the rescue.
Sheriff, could you kind of just recap again? We just went live and let us know again what you just said briefly.
At this time, we have 8 confirmed fatalities. 7 have been transported by TCAD. And that's pretty much where we're at right now.
You said that the dive teams are Taney County dive team.
The Western Taney County dive team's in the water right now. The Missouri Highway Patrol dive team is on their way here.
Is the boat still in the water now?
The duck is still in the water, yes.
You say in the water, is it sunk or is it?
It's sunk.
Okay. How deep's the water on here?
I don't know for sure how deep it is where the duck is at.
But the confirmed fatalities were from drowning?
I believe so, yes.
Any idea how old the boat was?
I do not.
How big of an area are you guys searching at this point?
That's up to the dive team, and I said when the Highway Patrol dive team gets here, that'll all be up to them.
You said deputy was on the boat. Was he there for recreation, or was he part of the?
We produce off-duty security on the Branson Bell.
Given you don't know how many people you're looking for necessarily, how challenging is that for dive teams?
It's going to be a challenging night and tomorrow.
Are you in contact with the company that owns the duck?
Yes.
Have they given any response to you so far?
We're working on them, trying to coordinate. Like I said, any family member, please go to the Branson City Hall. If you're missing a family member or if you was on the duck, please go to the Branson City Hall.
Can you confirm, Sheriff, if any of the fatalities were children?
I'm not going to say at this time.
Is this still considered a rescue mission, post recovery?
Rescue and recovery, yes. Any other questions?
At this time. Thank you, Sheriff.
Okay. Thank you.
Boy, it is a tragic night on Table Rock Lake. We just found out that the number of fatalities is the first time we've heard a number of fatalities, and that number is 8. And
so thank you so much to KY3 News for that. You could just see the sheriff's statement, and he did confirm that the fatalities were obviously due to drowning, and that they were still searching at the time of that quick interview. There were 8 lives lost, but now this article has been updated and it is up to 10. I see some of your comments on those that have been in the area. Dan Wolf, I've been on Table Rock Lake, Branson and surrounding areas many, many times. And yes, definitely heartbreaking. So please keep all of the families involved in your thoughts and prayers. And I saw your comment, Tom, from one of our reporters, and he's just absolutely fantastic. He said, duck boats are fun, but this will probably be the end of the industry. That is very likely. We'll have to see. They will definitely be facing some lawsuits after this tragedy. So I'm going to keep checking Twitter just for updates to bring you guys the latest news. And more tips from Nate Skate, one of our loyal viewers. Thank you so much. And Travis Bowman, if you're watching, he said, do you have a video link that shows the boat capsizing? I do have one. It's kind of blurry that I showed earlier. A viewer actually sent in. Let me see if I can pull that up for you. That was from a viewer It's a little blurry, but I will try to pull that up for you. And I'm checking our feeds that we have here as well, just to make sure that there is no new information. And it's a little hard to see. I'm going to kind of zoom out as much as I can. But it is from one of our viewers, Melissa. Thank you very much again for sharing it. And since you asked, Travis, I will show it again. Now it is hard to see, but you can just see the shape of the white boat sinking into the water, and you can hear some of the comments of those watching. So I'm going to switch it over to the video.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
That's where we're from.
Oh yeah, my mother-in-law was from there. Excellent. Oh my gosh.
Is he overheating? Is that just...
What is that thing?
What is that blowing? Is that...
Oh, I think it's the water.
Oh, those poor people.
Oh my gosh. Poor guys. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Oh no.
Oh no, it's really...
Oh no. Oh no, somebody needs to help them.
No kidding. Oh my gosh.
Oh my.
He's gonna dump that thing. Here's another one.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
Why?
Oh no.
Yeah, look at that. They should have never came out here with them things.
No.
They're gonna run out of gas out there doing that.
Hey, that duck, I don't think he's gonna make it back.
Both of them.
All they can do is head into the wind.
This guy that went out further, he's just barely made it so far. This guy here thinks he's Hamman.
Boy, I bet you do.
So you could just see that feed. You know, it was a little blurry. I apologize. But again, thank you, Melissa, for sharing that. The boat was just fine going along Table Rock Lake. And then you could just see how it just started to sink and the heavy, heavy wind. And I will be checking all my sources as well. Kind of multitasking just to bring you guys the latest updates. And I'll show you guys real quick over here. You can just see the authorities are out in full force. You can just see the lights blinking. Definitely a packed scene, and they'll most likely be there all night and into tomorrow as well, searching for those missing. And like I said, if you have any updates, articles, videos, pictures that I have not shared yet, please send them to me on Twitter at AlyssaRSBN. That would be very appreciated so I can share with our entire audience. and it is updated that the fatality count is up to 10 now, and 7 still in the hospital. At least 2 are in critical condition, and more are still unaccounted for. Divers are still searching the area, and there were children on board as well. So definitely just a heartbreaking situation. This is from KTT's 94.7 FM, showing that same picture just of the lake that's going viral right now. The emergency crews have been on scene since 7 p.m. right after a severe line of thunderstorms came through the area. And Sheriff Rader says he's not sure how many are still missing. And the Cox Hospital in Branson actually confirmed they've received 7 patients, with 3 under the age of 18. And Cox Health actually tweeted out, "We now have 7 patients from the local water disaster being treated at Cox Branson. 2 are in critical condition." So emergency crews say that the boat ended up sinking in the lake. Divers were brought in to help look for any survivors from the crash. And if you, of course, were on the boat that was capsized or know someone who was and still missing, you're urged to report in person to Branson City Hall as soon as possible. And he's also urging anyone who has video of the incident to call or send it to the Stone County Sheriff's Office. Definitely heartbreaking, and like I said, we'll keep you guys informed as new information comes in. Doesn't look like there is anything new as of now, but I am going to check our feeds as well. And this is just a quick video of the waves, the severity of the waves on Table Rock Lake. I'll show this to you guys a couple times just so you can really get the image of how severe they were.
What a storm today on Table Rock. Pretty rough to say the least. Never seen it quite this bad. Boats can't get in. Boats can't get out. Rough cookie today.
So you can just see the severity there, and looks like we just got a $49.99 donation from Barnburger 9811. Thank you very much for that. We really appreciate you, and your support allows us to continue doing broadcasts like this, breaking news broadcasts, and also to travel to rallies all around the country. So thank you very much for that, Barnburger. God bless you. And just as we are, getting comments in, and like I said, if you guys have any information, pictures, videos, articles about this tragedy that I have not shared before, please share them with me. I'll show you my Twitter account right here. It's at Alyssa RSBN. If you would like to message me, that would be very appreciated. And checking Facebook as well, just to make sure you guys don't have any questions or comments here that I can share with everyone. And thank you everyone for tuning in and, you know, staying tuned and just to find out what is going on. And many of you are asking, what even is a duck boat? And so I'm going to do a little research on that and show you guys as I do it, just so you can have a clearer picture. So duck tours, or DUKW tours, they actually take place on purpose-built amphibious tour buses or military surplus DKWs and LARCVs. They are primarily offered in tourist attractions in harbor, river, and lake cities. And also got some information. Here is a picture of a Ride the Ducks boat, and you can see that it goes on land and in water as well. But actually got some information from one of our viewers about the original one I can share with you. And just got a picture from one of our viewers, Melissa, who sent me that video as well. And she said, here's a picture of the inside of the duck boat taken at 11 this morning to show viewers where the life vests are at. And so you can see them at the top. And, you know, obviously many people were not able to get them on in time. So thoughts and prayers are definitely with those affected by this tragedy. And I'm looking right now. It's not coming up, but I know one of our viewers sent some information on that original, the first duck boat. So I'm just gonna keep updating here. So here's a picture of the Windsor Duck Tours Seahorse amphibious vehicle. You can see it kind of looks like a school bus. So the first duck tour company was started in 1946 by Mel Flath and Bob Unger in Wisconsin Dells, Wisconsin. This is from Wikipedia. I usually don't like to use Wikipedia, but there was nothing else coming up about the original duck tour boat. So his company's changed ownership since, but it's still in operation under the name Original Wisconsin Ducks. And I see your comment right here on YouTube. Jason Will, who says the Wisconsin Dells have had duck boats for 50 years as public rides. And Love FRND said 10 confirmed deceased, at least 6 critically injured. Divers are still searching for people. I knew that 2 were critically injured, but I did not know it was up to 6. So if you have a source, I would love if you wouldn't mind commenting it right there in the chat box. I'll be able to see that and share that information with everyone. So DUKWs, or duck boats, operated by the Boston Duck Tours, have been used at least 5 times since 2004 for rolling rallies, just to celebrate sports championships by New England local pro sports teams. The Boston Celtics actually celebrated their 2008 championship in a duck boat. They had victories with a parade of 17 DUKWs, or duck boats, carrying members of the team across land and across the Charles River. And the Boston Bruins also celebrated their 2011 Stanley Cup title with a duck boat parade. The Seafair Pirates in Seattle used one called Moby Duck, modified to look like a Spanish galleon, as their primary means of amphibious transport. And kind of going on more to some of the past fatal incidents. So in 1999, a duck boat sank in Hot Springs, Arkansas, killing 13 of the 20 people on board. In June 2002, the Lady Duck, which was a custom-built vehicle, converted from a Ford F-30 pickup truck. That does not sound very safe. Saw while on a cruise on the Ottawa River in Ontario, Canada. 6 passengers, the diver, and the tour guide escaped, but 4 passengers were trapped under the sunken vehicles. Sorry, I cannot talk tonight. And drowned. And a review found problems with regulating such vehicles and defects in the makeshift design and the emergency procedures. And in July of 2010, a regulated and modern Ride the Ducks bus was disabled by an engine fire and later run over by a barrage on the Delaware River in Philadelphia. The operator of the tug pushing the barrage was on his personal cell phone, so definitely a dangerous situation there, not paying attention. And before the accident, the Ride the Ducks captain made numerous calls to the tug to get the tug to change course. Those calls were heard and rebroadcast by other vessels, but there was no response from the operator of the tug. 33 passengers and 2 crew members were quickly recovered, but 2 passengers, a 20-year-old man and a 16-year-old girl, both part of a tour group from Hungary, were killed. And the NTSB determined that the probable cause of the accident was the tugboat mate's inattention to his duties, and he was sentenced to 366 days in a federal prison. So I am going to do a standby real quick for a second, just as I get my sources together, and I will be right back. Hey guys, I'm back. Thank you so much for waiting. Just had to get some of my sources together, and just wanted to update you guys for those of you who are kind of not sure what's going on or who may be joining us. Right now, there are not any new updates except for the number of fatalities has increased from 8 to 10. So I'm going to show you guys an article over here from BNO News. And so this isn't anything new if you've been here for a while tonight, but if you are just joining us, welcome. So a tourist boat carrying more than 30 people has capsized and sunk on Table Rock Lake in southwest Missouri. And I apologize, trying to give you guys kind of a better picture there. I know it's kind of cut off. So like I said, a tourist boat carrying more than 30 people has capsized and sunk on Table Rock Lake in southwest Missouri, killing at least 10 people, local officials say. A search is continuing for multiple people who remain unaccounted for. The accident happened at about 7:10 p.m. Central Time on Thursday when a severe thunderstorm hit the area near Branson. And an amphibious vehicle operated by Ride the Ducks capsized and sank while it was carrying at least 31 people, including children. Now, Stone County Sheriff Doug Rader said that at least 10 people were confirmed to have died, and 7 others, 3 of them children, were taken to a nearby hospital for treatment. 2 of the survivors are in critical condition, according to Cox Health. And you saw from Cox Health some tweets that I shared with you earlier. And Sheriff Rader said the divers were continuing to search the water for victims, but it was not immediately clear how many people were still unaccounted for. There was also no word on the identities yet of the passengers and the crew. So the identities of the passengers and the crew have not been identified. And the Lake Visitors Bureau said in a brief statement, "We're aware of a major incident that happened on Table Rock Lake and ask that you pray for those involved as well as law enforcement / first responders, because it's definitely going to be a long night for them as they are still searching for those that are missing." And the Ride the Duck boats are, like I said, amphibious vehicles taking tourists on a tour of the Branson area and onto Table Rock Lake for about 20 minutes. Similar tours take place in a number of states, but like I shared with you guys from some previous states, in Philadelphia, they've actually been closed down just from, fatal accidents and different areas, but they are still in business in Branson, Missouri. But after tonight, that may not be the case, and there may be some lawsuits definitely coming out of this incident. So I will share with you guys as much as I can find, looking for some new updates. But like I said, if you have any new updates that I haven't shared, maybe an article, a video, a picture, some information, or even a social media post from someone involved, please share them with me to @AlyssaRSBN. And I see you guys commenting that 11 people are now confirmed dead. So I'm going to check on that. So heartbreaking, just as that number is going up. And I'm not seeing it yet, so if those that said that there are 11 fatalities, Pure Gold and George Iron, if you could please comment the link right here of where you got that information. that would be very appreciated. And you can see just this picture that has gone viral tonight, just of the lake at the scene. It's heartbreaking because, you know, there's a beautiful sunset, but such a tragic incident. And wow, you can see a little more in this video of the boat. I'm going to pull this up for you guys.
Of the poor struggling ducks. These ones are moving. Those ones over there aren't.
I'll just picture people taking pictures.
Of the poor struggling ducks. They're really...
EMTs, tell one of the EMTs.
So definitely heartbreaking, but you could see EMTs and individuals responding to some of those that came off of the boat and were able to survive. So please, you know, stay tuned. I'm going to keep you guys updated as much as I can. And I'm going to check our streams as well to see if I can find anything new for you guys. So stay tuned. And I'll show you guys, I just found a tweet from the governor of Missouri, Mike Parson. Okay, switching back over right now. He said, and I'm sorry, my box is covering it. Let me move that down. Anyways, I can't change that without changing every single graphic, so I will just read it to you guys. He said, very sad to hear about this horrible accident. Prayers for all of those involved and the first responders who are assisting. And he retweeted NBC News's post. Emergency crews are responding to the scene of a boat crash on Table Rock Lake in Branson, Missouri. And it looks like one of our viewers just sent some new information to my Twitter, checking for that. George Iron, thank you for that. Doesn't look like I received it yet. Let me make sure you didn't mention me. Okay, this is the second. I did get your message. Thank you so much, George Iron. This is the second press conference of the night where they're confirming that 11 have passed away. Let me share this with you guys.
This time we have 11 confirmed fatalities. Of the 7 that was transported, only one of them had serious. The dive team will start again.
Okay, switching over. And I'm going to show you guys the second press conference of the night.
The dive team will start again in the morning. At this time we have 11 confirmed fatalities. Of the 7 that was transported, only one of them had serious injuries. The rest of them were moderate injuries. We have set up the family center at the Branson City Hall. If you have a family member that's missing, or if you was on the ducks, we please ask you go to Branson City Hall. Missouri Highway Patrol is going to be there to talk to you.
I apologize, guys. It looks like it may not have been sending audio right there. You guys are saying that it just cut out. So let me try to get that fixed for you real quick so that you can see the rest of the second press conference. Okay, just checking the levels real quick. And I apologize for that. It looked like it was sending for a while, and then it stopped there. Let me see if I can figure this out real quick for you guys. Yes, I know you hear me. Thank you, Yessie. Or Tiz, I want you to hear the press conference as well. I don't know why that's not sending. Okay. Sorry guys, trying to figure out how I can clear this up for you so that you can hear everything. And hey, John Smith, welcome to the chat. So glad to have you here tonight. Yes, John Smith, right now it is confirmed that 11 have lost their lives at this horrible incident. And yes, Light Switch, glad you love the graphics. That is my new intro that Joe made. Sorry, I didn't mean to share it with you right there, but I am just trying to troubleshoot a little bit and figure this out for you guys. Okay, let me put it on here real quick while I try to fix this. So if you have any more information, any pictures, videos, if you have any more pictures, videos, articles, or anything that you would like to send, please share it to my Twitter, to @AlyssaRSBN. Any articles with new information that I haven't read from yet. And I am working on this right now. So apologize that it is not sharing the audio with you all. 1 second. I'm going to do my best to make this possible. Okay, and like I said, if you have any more information at all, articles, pictures, videos that I have not shared yet, please send them to my Twitter @AlyssaRSBN, which you can see the handle is pictured right here, and you will be able to contact me, reach me there. Okay. I'm going to try one more time over here. I did a new screen capture box. And see if it'll play out for you guys.
The dive team will start again in the morning. At this time we have 11 confirmed fatalities. Of the 7 that was transported, only 1 of them had serious injuries. The rest of them were moderate injuries. We have set up the family center at the Branson City Hall. If you have a family member that's missing, or if you was on the ducks, we please ask you go to Branson City Hall. Missouri Highway Patrol is going to be there to talk to you. Also have a phone number.
I apologize that that is not sending out right now. Tried a couple different things, but nothing's working right now. So he did say it is confirmed that 11 have lost their lives now, and that people, you know, that are still have someone missing or that have any information about this incident are encouraged to go to the Branson City Hall. And he's asking for videos as well. And I'm going to see just some more images, different things viewers sent. Okay, another one from Melissa of the boat on the water and the survivors.
These ones are moving. Those ones over there, right? Oh, those poor struggling ducks. They're really...
EMTs, tell one of the EMTs.
So I apologize that there was no sound there. Still working on getting that fixed. But you could just see, that, the waves were crazy. They were raging. The weather was very bad. And then you could see people that have just gotten off the boat. You could see people just gotten off the boat that were being helped by different EMTs. And I am checking something one more time, doing some troubleshooting. And also, Catherine Eccleston, she said, hey girl, just found your broadcast. Don't know if you remember me. Yes, I do. Thank you so much for being here the other night. And she said, had my kidney removed yesterday, in a lot of pain here listening to you. All went well. Keep doing a great job. I'm so glad to hear that, Catherine. If everyone could keep Catherine in your prayers as she recovers. It's so good to have you here in the stream again. Okay, and I see Arwen Parsons, who is close by. He said, I was in Wendy's during the storm, and it was so bad that no one could leave. Gary M. and Zoom, different people praying for Catherine. Thank you so much for that. And I am doing some troubleshooting right now, just trying to fix this the audio. I apologize for that. I really want to get to show you guys this second press conference. I am very determined to do that. And if I can't, I do apologize, but I'm going to try. Okay, I might have figured it out. The XSplit, one of our programs, sound was down. So let me just try this real quick. Get that back for you guys. Okay, let's see if it will work now.
The dive team will start again in the morning. At this time we have 11 confirmed fatalities. Of the 7 that was transported, only 1 of them had serious injuries. The rest of them were moderate injuries. We have set up the family center at the Branson City Hall. If you have a family member that's missing, or if you was on the ducts, we please ask you to go to Branson City Hall. Missouri Highway Patrol is going to be there to talk to you. Also have a phone number. (417-337-8515). 417-337-8515. If you have a family member missing and you can't make it to Branson City Hall, please call that number. If anybody, there was a lot of people, that, of course, that videotaped this incident. If you have video of this incident, please contact our Stone County Sheriff's Office or send the video to our Stone County Sheriff's Office Facebook page. We would really appreciate that.
Can you tell us anything more about how the duck crashed?
At this time, there was some heavy wind, and it was having problems through the wind.
Do we know how many people are still missing, or you still don't know?
We're not. We think at this time that we have probably around 5 people still missing.
And of those 30, you said 31 people on the boat, 5 people still missing.
11 people were killed and 7 were transported to the hospital. So with my math, that's 23. So does that mean that 8 people were saved, or
we had several people that made it out safely? Yes.
And do you know if that's 8 or around that number?
I don't have a number on that right now.
Do you know if any children are among the dead?
Yes.
Can you say how many?
No.
Do you know as far as the tour, if they were coming or going?
They were coming back towards land. There was actually two ducks. The first one made it out, and the second one didn't.
Has there been any indication that someone saw the severe thunderstorm warning that was issued around 6:30?
I can't answer that question.
Were they wearing life jackets at the time, or were there life jackets on board? Do you know?
I know there was life jackets on board.
But you don't know if people were out?
I do not know.
You mentioned you've been in contact with the company that owns the boating operation. Have you heard anything back from them, or have you asked anything of them?
They're on scene with us.
Are you asking them to provide you with any information?
They are being very cooperative with us at this time.
Around what time do you think you'll be back out here tomorrow?
We will probably do a press briefing at 8 a.m. in the morning here. I'm trying to get that out to all news media that we'll do another briefing in the morning at 8.
Are you still sticking to this cove area down here?
That'll be up to the Highway Patrol and their dive team.
Any idea like how many divers we're talking are down there?
Tonight, I don't know how many Western Taney County had in the water, no.
You said one person had severe injuries?
Of the 7 of us transported, one of them had severe injuries. They'll be okay.
This is a difficult one for me to ask, but you said there are 8 people confirmed dead. Were they dead when you found them, or were any lost while you were trying to save them?
I don't know the approximate number on that. Anything else?
I think so. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
George, did you smile behind me?
You make you look good.
Oh, was you sweating? I mean, I know you could see over the top of my head.
Sheriff, the Newton County Sheriff, one of his deputies said that if you...
So I finally got the sound working again. That is great, right? But you can see in that video, he said 8 towards the end, but he confirmed in the beginning that there are 11 fatalities as of now, which is definitely heartbreaking. So please remember to keep all in your thoughts and prayers, those lives that were lost tonight. And I'm going to keep checking Twitter just to see if there are any more updates, new information at all. And like I said, if you guys have any information that I may have missed, please share them with me to my Twitter at AlyssaRSBN. And yes, Christopher Deaton, it was a strange way to finish. He was asking the guy behind him if he was smiling. They might not be on camera that much, I don't know, but... And I know some of you were saying in Facebook and YouTube that you lived close to this area or that you've done it before. Angela E. said, "This is sad. The Ride the Ducks had a serious accident in Seattle a few years ago." And Jackie said, "Zoom duck boats ride low to the water line." And Mouse Edit said, "We were there a few hours before it happened." That's sad. Definitely heartbreaking. Close to some of you. You were right there. And he did say that it was 5 unaccounted for and 11 dead. And that was Sheriff Rader. Okay, I'm probably going to wrap it up soon because there's not too much new information. Someone commenting on Twitter to the Routers article, like you just said here on YouTube, they had a similar accident here in Seattle. Why are they still in operation? They most likely will not be soon after tonight, but we will just have to wait and see. Just want to make sure that there's no new information for you guys. And there are still 5 people that are unaccounted for. So it is definitely going to be a long night for all the emergency officials. For the divers, please keep them in your thoughts and prayers. The sheriff was out there along with many other policemen, and the fire chiefs were out there. I showed you guys just many different shots of the scene of all the emergency personnel there, and I am checking our feeds as well just to make sure there is nothing new. And yes, Modify Me, I see your comment. So I just found out there was a severe thunderstorm warning issued for the area around 6:30 p.m. and the boat went down about 7:10 p.m. The duck boats should have shut down for the night. So much liability, definitely. And it was a very, very heartbreaking situation. And if you guys could, if you are the praying type, please keep the families of those who have lost their lives in your thoughts and your prayers. That would be so appreciated. And thank you for your positive comment, Tara Lee. Really appreciate that. And just making sure that there is no new information before I wrap this up. I'm going to do a couple more quick searches. And all the articles are updating right now that 11 people have lost their lives. And in case you don't know where it is, Branson is in southwest Missouri, about 200 miles from Kansas City. Okay, and yeah, I don't see any new information, but I thank you guys all for tuning in. This has been a very hard night, a very tragic event for all the families and friends of those that have lost loved ones. So please keep them in your thoughts and prayers, and stay tuned. Tomorrow I will be back on the air. Thank you so much for joining tonight. I appreciate each and every single one of you. And I will be back tomorrow So I hope you all have a fabulous night. Thank you so much for being here and just being in support of those that are grieving right now, those that are mourning. Please keep them in your thoughts and prayers. Thank you so much for joining. I appreciate every single one of you. I'm Melissa Ash, and this is Right Side Broadcasting Network.